So I just finished watching this, and boy, I'd have to say that this is probably the first movie I've seen in quite some time where it wasn't powerful whamming shit. I mean, boy, did she get the hell beaten out of her all over the place. I mean, it is. Now, I have a few gripes with this movie, but it's nothing. I'll tell you this. I didn't expect this to be that good, honestly, but this was pretty good. I would say it's equal to the third John Wick movie. I would definitely go as far as say this is better than John Wick 4. I would that's where I would how I would categorize this. Now, I'm going to get into spoilers here in a couple of minutes, but I just want to talk about overall. I really liked the action on this. There was none of that Black Widow shit. She wasn't flying on people's heads and doing any of that shit. I mean, towards the end, there was one scene for maybe I'd say less than a minute where she was jumped on this guy's back and then he tried to flip her and then she ended up being like on the back of his head like it was semi Black Widow, but it was only for like a minute, or like less than a minute. She didn't twirl him around and flip him across the room or none of that. She's getting thrown and smashed and punched, and I mean, it is knockdown, drag down fights in this movie, man. I just why we had to wait this long to get something like this? I don't understand. It's just the other thing that I like about this movie is she is a crack shot, okay? Now, Wick, I mean, yeah, he'll shoot you in the head some of the time, but most of the time he's unloading, you know, 10 bullets in the guy's chest or arm or leg or something, and then sometimes he'll just shoot him in the head, but on here she is just headshotting all over the place. One bullet, one person down. One bullet, one person down. I really liked that. She did not waste the rounds. She did not screw around and shoot them 20 times in the chest and all this. Whenever she had the gun, man, she had you in sight. She was aiming for the head. That's really how it should be, and I was impressed with that. Now there is a lot of other stuff on here. I mean, the fighting on here, it's just, man, I can't explain it to you. It's really good. I really like the fighting. That's all I can tell you. It's not powerful wham and shit. All right, I'm gonna get into spoilers now. So, okay, spoilers are being discussed here. So I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna try not to spoil things as much as I can. So I would honestly say I would tell people to go give this a chance. It's not bad. Like I said, it has a lot of action in it. It is action packed. The action is good. That's the main thing. It's not just a 90-pound woman beating the hell out of everybody. It's knockdown, drag out fights, man. She has to fucking fight her way through all of this. It's not just, one punch and all this stuff. So, now I'm going to get into the biggest gripe I have about this movie. Okay, so when she's being trained, and of course, we can't have a guy train her, you know. Once again, that this is my biggest complaint with this movie, and this is just this scene. Other than this, it's I'd say it's fine. So this black gal that is basically the secretary to the opera lady that runs the opera house that used to be John Wick's tribe or whatever. And she's the one training her in there. So they set her up against this huge dude, and he is just beating the fuck out of her, man. I mean, he's just that's how it would really be. I mean, he's just throwing her around and all. I mean, he's just I mean, she looked like she was about to be killed on there. And then the lady splits them up and then takes her over to the side. And she's like, "Oh, well, you're smaller and you're tinier and you have to fight like a girl because you're a girl and all this." And it's like, that is the stupidest thing you could ever tell somebody in self defense. What she should have said to her was, you're a tinier person and you have speed to your advantage and your size, but you don't have the strength or the might. So what you need to do is fight smarter. That's what she should have told her on there. But guess what fight like a girl means? It means to go around kicking all the guys in the nuts. Now, mind you, she only does this like once or twice in the whole movie to some of the guys. She doesn't go around kicking every single guy in the nuts. But there is like a couple of scenes where when she's getting her ass handed to her, she starts doing that. But other than that, that's the main gripe that I have with that is how she trained her, because that would not be how it is. So she sends her back in there to fight this fucking mammoth dude, and then he starts beating on her again, and then she starts like using her size and rolling around and going for his knees and all that, and that was somewhat realistic. Like that would be how a person like that would fight. But she doesn't have the strength or might, like she's saying. So she's trying to like get this guy down, and she can't do it. So she kicks the guy in the nuts finally because she realizes it's the only thing she can do to get this guy down. So she kicks the guy in the nuts, and then she gets him down in a judo lock, and then he's trying to get out of it, and she's just like elbowing him and just going to town on him. And then she gets up and she's just stomping him and kicking the fuck out of him. And then the guy's just like, just totally wrecked. And then she is walking away and he tries to get up and then she just back kicks him like a horse. And I don't know, like that to me was not, that training scene was not good. And then you got John Wick in there, and I can't remember which movie this was. I think it's the second one. It's the one where he has to go to France, and he's telling the opera lady to help me. I need to go there, and then she brands him on the back or whatever. Because you see him getting branded, that scene, and then when he leaves and she's talking to him going, "Oh, you're the Baba Yaga guy and all this." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I am." And she's like, "Well, how do I be like you?" And he's like, "You don't want to be like me." And she's like, "Yes, I do. I want to get out of here and get jobs and all this." And it's like, "If you want to leave, there's the door. It's unlocked." And then he just walks off, and she's just staring at him like, "What the hell?" So I don't know. There's just some minor things like that. I don't really want to ruin the story. I'll just say that it was just the director. We watched this on my Sunday show like a month or two ago, the trailer for this, and the director is going, "Oh no, this isn't the female John Wick," and he's just swearing up and down. It was the female John Wick. I'm sorry. It is basically the same story, but uh, you would change the dog being killed for something else. and I don't want to ruin it because it's like I said, it's a decent watchable movie. It's just that training scene is just that was not good, that training scene. Now, the other training scenes, I'll tell you what, the other ones were good where she was running around with the rubber bullets and she had to get out of that maze or whatever, and they kept sending guys in there and she kept getting shot and figuring out how to fight and do all this. That was pretty decent. She wasn't just going in there and just flying through the school and everything. She had an actual learning curve in there. So I did like that because you see it's just not, oh, well, she's Anna de Armas and she's a powerful woman. Let's do this. No, it's not that. I mean, I think that's what they were trying to do with that training scene, but it didn't work. You had that stupid black lady training her, and it was a garbage scene. They should have had John Wick come in there, or John Wick should have been going by watching the fight and gave her some tips or something. Like it was just not believable. It just wasn't. But everything besides that, everything else in the movie is okay. I mean, the fight scenes are just, I mean, they're really good, man. This is really, really good action throughout the whole thing. And then Daryl from The Walking Dead is on there, and I don't know. It just Daryl being on there felt forced. It was just not that good. I don't know. I think they could have done a lot better with Daryl. Sadly, I mean, Daryl's a really good actor. Okay, I don't know what they were thinking, and it was just, we have to get out of this town of assassins with my daughter. Are you gonna help me? Okay, I'm sent here to get information, but I think I'll half-ass trying to help you. All right, let's go. Oh, well, I'm gonna just try to save myself, take my daughter. Here's the train. Oopsie, I got shot. Okay, let's run off. Oh no, Ballerina got hit in the head, hit in the back of the head with a gun. Wah wah wah. There's a lot of that in this movie too. You're just going, come on. I mean, they can't kill this bitch, but they can just stun her a lot. It's like it's just stuff like that. You're just going, what? So now I want to get to a scene that really was good in this movie, and they did this right. So, like I said, there's spoilers on this. So, John Wick comes in there towards the end, and he's trying to talk her down and all this, and they start shooting, and then they're melee fighting, and then he just dominates her down, man. He just gets her down. And then the second time she gets her sword to him, but he's got a gun to her. And then he gets her again, and then she just tells him, "Do what you got to do." And he's like, "You have what is it? I think he showed this clock. I think it was, you have an hour to finish this, or I'm gonna snipe you or whatever." And he doesn't do it, of course. But the thing is, she couldn't dominate John Wick. That's the important part. She couldn't go toe to toe with him. I mean, they were fighting and everything, but man, he had her down really fast. And I like that because that tells you that they're going, okay, we acknowledge that John Wick is like, it should have been how Luke and Ray was. That's how that should have gone. Is that she would just try to fight him and he would just take her down. Not in Star Wars though, but here they did it right. He just told her, he says, "I'm gonna snipe your ass if you don't finish this in an hour." And she's like, "Oh, well, they killed this person and did all this." And he's like, "Yeah, I know, I hear you," and blah blah blah. And he's just like, "You have an hour." So you're wondering, was he sent there to kill her, or did they send him there to help her take out these people and all this? It wasn't really clear, so you don't really know, but man, the last half hour is just goddamn, man. Now all of this has been on the trailer, so I can talk about this. The flamethrowers, all of that shit, the grenades. I mean, holy fuck, man! It is just there's just tons and tons of action. This is probably why couldn't Mission Impossible have been like this? God, Mission Impossible was just so much goddamn talking, man. This was just a little bit of talking, and we're going over here and fighting these people and doing this and fighting over here and doing this. And I mean, now as a franchise, I'm not really sure about this because the problem is, I mean, yeah, she's a woman and all this, and she's not a powerful woman and all this, but the way they're going about this is just the story. It's just got a lot of plot holes in it, and you're just going what, and it's just, and then the end. She's just basically the new John Wick. That's basically how it ends. Not as good as him, but she's got a bounty on her or whatever. And you're just like, okay, so it's gonna be just like John Wick 3, which I have no problem with because I've watched John Wick 3 like fuck, I must have seen that movie like 100 times. That is the one I like the most. That John Wick 3 is just from beginning to end nonstop action. That's all it is. And that's pretty much how this was. So for action, I would give this 9.5. For story, not so much. The story is, I don't know. I would say 4.5 at best. I mean, the training scene, it just was not good. Well, I would say the martial arts training scene was not good. The rest of the training was good. The martial arts training thing was not good. That was not. The rest of it is no problem. I don't have anything else on there that I can have a problem with. So yeah, I would definitely watch this again. I mean, it's probably one of the best female action films I've seen in a long time, man. I mean, I thought she was better than in this than the Bond movie. The Bond movie was good, but she was doing kicks and stuff that realistically couldn't be done. You're just, I mean, that kick where she's flying off the bar in the Bond movie, and you can't do that in reality. It just Bruce Lee couldn't even do that kick. It's just not realistic. But yeah, it's a good movie. It says 7.3 out of 10. Boy, I would probably go 8, maybe 8.5. That would be my rating. The training scene was fucked. The martial art training scene, they blew that. Other than that, everything else on here is just. And man, these fights are not like the John Wick fights. That's the one thing I like. John Wick, when he fights, it's just it's it's pretty fast. The guy goes down pretty fast, or he just shoots him 20 times in the chest instead of just shooting him in the head once. Like I said, I like that this chick don't fuck around. She's just headshotting everybody, and you're like, what the fuck? Why can't why I don't understand why Wick wasted a lot of bullets like that. I mean, when she's at that end running around, man, that's all she's doing. I mean, one headshot, they're down. Headshot down. Headshot down. I mean, a lot of these people didn't have a chance against her because she just. And it's funny because they don't aim for her head. She just aims headshots, man. That's the way to go. You're gonna do this shit. Go for the fucking head, man. Not to shoot you in the chest 20 times, and then if you're still alive, pop you once in the head. But yeah, I don't. Those are my only real complaints about the movie. Like I thought it was just gonna be woke bullshit and powerful women, but I'm glad I was wrong. Let's look at the screenshots here. Come on, bring this up. Why isn't this? Oh, I tell you one thing, man. This one's sure easy on the eyes, man. What I would give for this one to show up at the kick parties. God damn. What a smoke show, man. Oh, they had this guy in there too, so I don't know if they AI'd that or how they did that or if they made this movie before the guy died or what. I don't know, but it's kind of weird that he's in there. Oh, let's go back here. This is the martial arts trainer, is this gal. Fight like a girl, huh? Just go around and kick everybody in the nuts. Yeah, well, how does that work when I stick my foot out at a 45-degree angle and you can't do it? You can't fight like a girl then, now can you? Oopsie. Yeah, Daryl. I think this might do okay. The action is what's gonna sell this movie. I'll tell you that much. Like the story on this is just yeah. But this is like I said, I'm gonna watch this again just for the action alone, man. I love the fighting on this, the drag down, beat down fights that take like 10 minutes and she's struggling to fight and do all that. I really enjoy seeing a realistic fight. I don't enjoy seeing a 90-pound woman everywhere pretending to be Black Widow, jumping on their head, twirling them around and all that. That's just not realistic. All right, well, I guess that's it. I got nothing else to say. I was wrong about it. I'll admit it. Like I thought it was going to be woke garbage, but it was a decent movie. I just that one scene though really irked me. That training scene, but man, I'm telling you, you guys are really going to like the fight scenes on this and the action. It's really good. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.